Hello everyone, myself Avleen Kaur, working as an assistant professor in Department of Pharmacology at ISF College of Pharmacy, Moga. Today we are going to study about the anatomy of the respiratory system using the chart and the model of the respiratory system. So first of all, what do you mean by respiration? Respiration is the exchange of gases, or we can say the process, it includes the process of inhalation as well as exhalation. As we all know, the gases which are involved in the process of respiration are oxygen and carbon dioxide. These gases are present in the air. So our air is a mixture of different gases, but from which we need oxygen and carbon dioxide in order to respirate. Hence, the respiration is of two types, external respiration and second one is internal respiration. In external respiration, there is the exchange of these gases between the lungs and the blood. Whereas in case of internal respiration, there is the exchange of gases between the blood and our body cells. Now let's understand them with the help of a chart. Here we can see the parts of our respiratory system. Nose is the first and foremost part of our respiratory system. Nose consists of anteriorly it consists of two nostrils or two nares from which we inhale the air. Then there comes the nasal cavity. The air enters in the nasal cavity where the air gets warmed and humidified. From there, the nasal cavity is continuous with the part of the pharynx, that is nasopharynx. Nasopharynx is the first and foremost part of the pharynx, and anterior to that nasopharynx, the larynx is present. Larynx is also known as the voice box. Larynx consists of various cartilages. There are 3 unpaired and 3 paired cartilages present in the larynx, which makes total 9 cartilages in the larynx. The examples include the thyroid cartilage, which is present anteriorly. The arytenoid cartilages are 2 in number present posteriorly, and etc. Continuous with the larynx, there comes the trachea. Trachea is also known as the windpipe. In trachea, as we can say, there are the C-shaped cartilages, which are up to 16 to 20 in number. The C-shaped cartilages which are present in trachea, they are incomplete in nature. Why I am saying these are incomplete? Because they are C-shaped. If I draw the lateral view, they are incomplete in nature, but from the anterior view, they seem to be completed. These are made up from the hyaline cartilages. Afterwards, the trachea, it splits into 2 branches. These branches are known as the bronchus. These are the primary bronchus, each going into the lung. The left primary bronchus will go into the left lung, and the right primary bronchus will go into the right lung. As there are 2 lungs going each side. So our right lung is divided into 3 parts and our left lung is divided into 2 parts or 2 lobes, superior lobe and inferior lobe. Whereas in case of the right lung, there are 3 lobes, superior lobe, middle lobe and inferior lobe. The point where this bronchus divides and it goes into right and left lungs, this portion is known as carina, the division where it divides. On the other hand, the point or the part from which it enters the lungs there is a hole or there is an opening that is known as hilum. Hilum is the place from which the bronchi, the blood vessels as well as the nerves enter or exit the lungs. After entering into the lungs, the bronchus, primary bronchus, will divided into various branches like a tree. So, firstly, the bronchus will be divided into lower bronchioles. Then they will be converted into segmental bronchioles. Then they will be divided into terminal bronchiole, which is the end part of the bronchioles. After that, another branching of bronchioles, that is, they will be converted into alveolar ducts. Here the alveolar ducts are present. After that, alveoli are there, and at the end alveolus are present. Alveoli are the part of the gaseous exchange. These are the parts where the exchange of gases occurs. As we can see, there are air sacs present, and alveoli are surrounded by the blood capillaries. These are the blood capillaries which surround the alveoli in order to exchange. Here the exchange of gases takes place by the process of diffusion. Here it follows the fixed law of the diffusion, that is, the partial pressure, higher partial pressure of the gas will be diffused where the partial pressure of the gas is low. So, as I explained earlier, there are two types of respiration. First one is external and second is internal respiration. So, in case of external respiration, when we inspire the air, then the exchange of the gases in between the lungs, or we can say in between the alveoli and the blood capillary, will take place. This is the example of the external respiration, where the exchange between the alveoli and between the blood vessel will take place. This exchange will take place with the help of diffusion law. Second is the internal respiration. When the blood will flow in these blood vessels, from there it will go or it will circulate in our whole body. From there it will go into our body cells. From blood capillaries, again the process of diffusion will occur, and the oxygen from the blood capillary will be diffused into the blood cells, and from here the carbon dioxide will be diffused out, and it will be coming out of the same route from where the oxygen was delivered to the cell. So in this way, we will get the oxygen to our body tissues, and the carbon dioxide, which acts as the waste product of our tissues or of cells, it will be coming out by the same route, and we will exhale the carbon dioxide in a similar manner. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. If you have any query related to this practical, you can ask or you can text in the link given below.